I wrote down everything on my plate this morning. The unfinished projects, the new ideas, the responsibilities I can't put down. By the time I was done, I had over 20 items and every single one of them felt urgent. If you know what that feeling's like, this one's for you. So on that list of 20 different things, there are 4 things that stand out that were really hitting home for me. And one is that I have a unfinished app that I've been working on. And the other thing was my family just moved to Texas, so I want to make time and actually be able to visit with them. I have to fit that in with all these other things I'm doing. And then there's a documentary that I've been working on for our church that we have been recording. We've been working on it for months now, and it's just not been getting done. It's been getting snagged with all these other things that I have going on. And then I want to actually grow in more of my relationship with God. I want to spend more time with God, more time taking care of my spiritual needs and getting closer to Him. So with all those things going on, and that fourth thing, I mean, that should just be a given, right? It should just be a part of our life, should just be something that I do. And yet I find myself even with that it's a question of how am I going to fit it in with everything else that's going on. It becomes another obligation, which is not how I want to look at it, not how I want to view that at all. It's hard to know what to even begin with for solving the problem of how do you get to everything? How do you manage it? The first problem isn't that you have so much going on. It's that underneath all of that stuff, that it's a mess. It's tangled up. It's ambiguous. You can't really sort it out very well when it's all in your mind at the same time, 20 different things. The first step to work with that is exactly what I was talking about, what I did earlier. I listed 20 things. So list everything on your mind. No filter. Just take every single thing that you're thinking about, everything that you know that you need to do, or ideas of stuff that you want to do, all of it together, put in a list, and then after that, take those things and put them into 2 buckets. So the first bucket is something I'm finishing. I started already. I need to finish it. And then the second bucket is something new, something I have yet to start. So that's the beginning, is list everything and then sort it into those 2 buckets. The second part is you have to do a reality check. How many of the things in the bucket of stuff that's yet to be finished, how much of that is vital? Are any of those things not as important or likely to be ultimately fulfilling and rewarding as you thought when you started them?
But what if everything on the list actually is important, to where you genuinely can't drop any of it?
That's a great question. I definitely relate to that, and sometimes it just seems like everything that you have that is yet to be finished is completely vital. Sometimes maybe that's actually the truth, and you can't just drop anything there. You've got to be honest with yourself, and you've got to ask, did I just commit to this because I was in love with the idea? Did I feel obligated to do this? Is it something that has true value outside of my initial commitment? But I understand that if you are feeling overwhelmed and it's feeling like I can't tell which of these things is really important, which things I should or should not be doing here, that's okay. Here's another thing that will help you when that's the case, and maybe when none of it is expendable. Some of those things that you have yet to accomplish, yet to do, and some of the things that you have not even begun yet, maybe they need to be not abandoned, parked, set aside for a moment. And it's not because they don't matter. It's because there's this particular order that you need to do things in, and the things that are going to be the best for your order of operations, the things that are the most immediate targets, that's the stuff you got to be able to prioritize. There's a difference between values and priorities. So values are like, say, the actual worth, how much those things really matter to you. With priorities, with order of operations, sometimes the more important thing, like for instance, I need to go do something, go take my wife out on a date. Okay, but I do have to put my shoes on first. I do have to get dressed. I do have to make sure that I have my wallet. those things, they're not more valuable than spending time with my wife, obviously, but I have to do them first before we can go on our date. It's not about abandoning anything. It's not about saying those things are even less important. It's just about understanding how to work on things in the right order of operations. And so that's something you have to decide. And it can be kind of arbitrary to some extent. Again, it's not about value. It's about a plan of action that will work. It's about being able to do things in a sequence of steps that allows you to ultimately align with your own values. That allows you to ultimately spend your best time with the things that matter the most to you. What I recommend is create a whole other list, a whole other piece of paper, document, whatever you want to use. And one side, one column, or one page is the later parking lot. It means that you're going to come back to it. That's where the things that you have started already, that you put that first, the things that you've already begun, not the most immediate, not the most urgent. And then below that, under that, you have the new ideas and the new things you haven't even started on yet. The other note or the other page is the now queue. So the now queue is where you put the things that are absolutely vital. The things that you've got to get done first, you've got to do first before you'll be able to really move on. These things are required. These things are necessary to get accomplished. It's the low-hanging fruit. It's the stuff that's right in front of you. It's tying your shoes before you get out the door. It's the basic stuff that's going to affect everything else in your productivity. It's going to affect everything else of your goals and what you're wanting to do. You know, it gives you a clear differentiation that stuff that's in the now queue, you're going to work on it right away. That's the first thing that's got to be done. It's the first stuff that has to happen. Don't worry too much about what's the top on the now queue, unless it's like absolutely urgent, like, you know, life-shattering possibilities, consequences if you don't go ahead and take care of it right now. You can just, whatever order you put it in is what you can probably do it in. Your later parking lot is something you get back to when you're done with your now queue, when you've finished it up. You'll move those things over to a new now queue. You'll create different lists where the now queue becomes the other things that are important. And the other thing is, what you'll also notice is with momentum and with getting things done on your now queue, you're going to start realizing which things in your parking lot may not be as important as you thought they were before, and some that you might realize are more important than you realized. That's the process. Here's your one step. Make the list, everything on your plate right now. Don't filter it, don't judge it, just get it out of your head on the paper. Then go through it and mark each item, finishing or starting. That's it. That's discovery. You don't have to solve it today, you just have to see it clearly. Wisdom first, always.